Good afternoon, everybody. It's June 23rd. We are back here at the South Farm, and we had a rain. Sorry about the wind. It's probably a little breezy. It always is. Pretty good general rain down here. We got probably between half to, I don't know if anything got an inch. It is kind of spotty. There were some thunder boomers that came through before the general rain, and I know further west they got like 1 to 2 inches out of that big thunder boomer, but that again, that was very isolated, that area. The general rain, I'm pretty sure, was anywhere between a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain, which is awesome. It's not going to make a poor crop good, or I should say, it's not going to make a poor crop great, but it could make a poor crop good. We are standing in some winter wheat, and we seeded this into this grass. Remember this grass breaking? Yeah, we seeded it into here. You can still kind of see some of these grass clumps. This is a pretty short stand. Clearly you can tell that the leaves were burning. They were really burning, and you can still see the shade of blue. Like this crop was just dying so fast. It's a pretty short stand. It is about shin height. My knee is right here, so it's about shin height. Currently it's going to stretch up a little bit more. The heads on it are a little bit on the small side. See if we can zoom in on some of these heads. Not the biggest heads in the world, but you know what? Oh, that's a pretty good size one, actually. With this extra moisture, we're really hoping that it is going to fill. We did our best to seed this stuff in between the rows of our durum that we put here last year. And our crop is barely above our durum stubble last year. Remember, we had a really good straw crop last year, just there was nothing in the head. Now let's go into some thinner stuff. This here was put in a little bit thinner. You can clearly tell this is way thinner, like almost half the rate. We're always doing trials around here, so I'm kind of standing right on the line. This over here is obviously quite a bit thicker, shorter. This stuff here is obviously a lot thinner, taller. So let's just, right here, it's, my knee is here, so it's actually a little bit above my knee, where the other stuff was down here, so quite a bit taller. You can almost count the plants. I was walking in here, but look at some of these heads. These heads are, some of these heads are massive. Here's a really big guy right here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is some that are 10 out here in this thin stuff. Look at these things. Holy cow. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, will this yield better than this? So down here in the south, low seeding rates always prevail. Now, if you had a wet year, which only comes around once every 10 it seems, you potentially could leave some on the table. That's correct. But traditionally, the lighter seeding rates always win. So whatever I seed up north, it's like 30% of that down here. Like that's how dramatic it is. And even that's still burning. This was seeded lighter. That was seeded borderline too light. But again, this year, it might still win. Might still win. They're not much bigger than this rock. Boy, these guys were done. These guys were just cooked. Anyways, this rain is a huge deal down here. Obviously, grass is breaking. Oh, there is a little bit of volunteer grass coming. Some crested wheat. Obviously, grass and breaking would probably dry out a little bit sooner. But let's go see if we can't find something else. Just pulling off the road highway here. This is probably going to be our best winter. Still pretty short though. Boy, these things were dying. These things were dying. Like, we definitely lost our top end, for sure. Pretty good sized heads though. We just need some rain to fill these things. We got the rain, but we're gonna need one more in July. Well, one more in the beginning of July, I think. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Still pretty short. A little over my knee. See, it's right between the rows. Oh, that smells good. That smells good, guys. It's not going to be a tall crop, but we'll take it. Now, this rain is really going to help the rest of our crop, like our durum, anything that was spring seeded, and especially anything that was late spring seeded. I know you guys have always heard me say that the earliest crop wins down the south. Traditionally it does, 8 years out of 10. Last year the early crops paid, late stuff just got the most cooked. This year it's completely reversed. Obviously the winter crops, the fall seeded crops, took the beating the worst because they did not get these spring rains in time. Our earliest seeded crops in the spring was the second to take the worst beating, and obviously the crops that we finished seeding with, it's perfect timing. Oh man, we got a bunch of new growth coming here. That. Yeah, look at that. Well, that's because this stuff was going to die. If we didn't get this rain, it was just going to die. I wonder if that's going to be a problem come harvest. Down here too. I'm trying to do tillers. Well, that's the update on the winter wheat at the South Farm. Clearly it's not quite to the caliber of the North Farm. But if we would have had winter wheat in last year, it by far would have been our best paying, well, I don't know about best paying, but it definitely would have been the most bushels for sure. Because, you know, we had those early spring rains. We had like 5 inches during the growing season or something, and it just was out. Maybe it wasn't 5, but we had quite a bit of rain. Must have been a little pocket of snow right here. Guys, we're going to be combining probably before we're ready. Anyways, I'll catch you on the flipper. I got to head to the West Farm. I'm always on the road because I'm always checking crops. And sprayers are going to get rocking here again pretty soon. Apparently we need to start working on our combines. Adios. Alright, we better stop and take a look at some lentils. This rain is just a miracle rain for these lentils. We also might have an amazing crop here. Again, lentils were the last thing seeded, right? That's how it works. Guys, this is awesome. I don't want to get my hopes up again like I did last year and get them dashed, but I am excited. Let's check them for disease. Zoom in here. They're not going to have disease. What are we kidding ourselves? It's been super dry up to this point. Oh, that's off. Oh yeah, they're just starting to flower. Look at that. First flower. This looks amazing. I'm really excited now. This spring has been kind of rough on everybody down here. It's been rough on morale, and this rain is good for the soul. So we definitely praise the good Lord for the rain. Oh yeah. It's muddy. I'm excited, guys. So yes, winter wheat, obviously, earliest, most burnt. Lentils, last seeded. Could be the best crop. Oh, is that a hawksbeard? Oh man. So hard to keep hawksbeard out of pulses. Oh, didn't get the root. Hawksbeard. We don't have a problem with it yet, but it is around. And if there's one, there's going to be more. So yeah, that's a little update on that. These are green lentils, by the way. I don't remember if I said that. Green lentils. Okay guys, we also, little rain update up north. We got a pretty good rain up north. I believe we got like an inch. And West Farm got also an inch, a little over an inch, I believe the West Farm got, maybe 1.3. So pretty good general rain. South Farm still was the least amount. It's not uncommon for that to happen. But clearly, we can grow a crop on not a lot of rain. Timely is perfect. This was a perfect timing rain. Excited, guys. I'm heading up to the West Farm. Let's go look at some chickpeas up there. And I'll catch you on the flipper. Adios. All right, we made it west. The day is just about over. The sun's starting to set over there. We got a little bit of rain. Some water in the fields here. We need to scout some chickpeas. I guess we're just gonna get a little bit muddy. So one thing that I realized, it was the last time I was out here crop checking, so about less than a week ago. We apparently have or inherited a bunch of group 2 resistant stinkweed. Here's a little stinker right there. That one's not. That one I think is. Anyway, this is actually a pretty clean field for stinkweed. The other field, which I guess I could have shown you, it is just a mat thick of stinkweed. Thick stinkweed. Oh, here's some. So we sprayed it, but apparently up here there's some group 2 resistant. We do have group 2 resistant kochia back home, so I am familiar with that. But I'm not familiar with group 2 resistant stinkweed. And there is some kochia out in these fields too. We inherited some weeds. I'm not gonna lie, we inherited some weeds. The 14 that we would put down in front to have a residual on the kochia, which works dynamite, needs about I'd say about a good inch of rain to take it in the spring. Well, we didn't get that inch of rain until like, I don't know. We're probably only up to 2 inches as of right now. So clearly, we didn't get what we needed to get the best weed control. Oh yeah. There's a good stinkweed right here. Guess I should look at some chickpeas. So we're looking for Astacutta blight. Oh, there's some kochia. There's quite a bit of kochia. We're gonna have some weeds, boys. We're gonna have some weeds. It's not for the lack of trying. Oh yeah, here we go. There's some good. Now we got some good stinkweed. Look at all that stinkweed. Oh yeah, look at this. Lots of it. Tons of it. Crazy. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. I've never seen that before. Oh well. Don't let it bother you, Mike. Don't let it bother you, bud. We are looking for Astachyta in our chickpeas, which they are super susceptible. And with all this rain, we're going to have to get out here pretty soon. I don't see very much of it. I hear it playing, but I don't see very much of it. But it can explode like wildfire and then kiss your chickpeas goodbye. Wow, this is the dirtiest I've ever seen. Oh, this kochia, stinkweed, kochia. This is all group 2 resistant. Kochia. This didn't die in the burn off. Clearly, that one's really big. Sometimes you got to wipe the mud off. Okay, guys. I got to keep scouting these things. I got to start looking at some different fields here, but so far they don't look too bad, actually. But we're going to have to get to them pretty soon. I've already sprayed them once. We're coming back for a second app. So I will catch you guys on the flipper. Adios, amigos.